Hello and welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, I'm going to explain how you can use the AND and the OR operators together with a select statement. The illustration I will show you will be using a select statement, but it is also possible to combine both operators with an insert statement, an update statement, and also a delete statement. Also, when you are combining both conditions in a statement, it is important that you use parentheses. The parentheses basically helps the database determine the order in which to evaluate the condition, just like you would in a math operation. If you want certain math operators to be performed first before the others, you place it inside parentheses. So you do the same when you're combining the conditions for the AND and the OR operators. So I'm going to go over to my PostgreSQL tool and show you how this works. I have logged into my PostgreSQL 4. I'm going to use the DVD rental sample database, and I will be using the tables, one of the tables from this sample database. The table I am going to use for the illustration is going to be this table here called city. If I click on the plus sign to expand, you can see all the columns of the table. It has 4 columns. So I'm going to right click on the table and click on the query tool. I'll wait a few minutes. Once the query tool opens, I will now write the query. I've only got a few columns for this table, so I'm going to use all the columns in the query. So I'm going to type in a select followed by star. The asterisk means it will get all the data from all the columns. The from is where I specify the name of the table, which is city. And before I do that, I just want to run the query as it is so we can see the records. It's got 600. This table has 600 records. I just wanted to see how many records in that table. All right, so now I can start applying other aspects of the query. So I'm going to add a where filter, and I'm going to use both the OR and the AND operator. I'm going to use the AND operator first, and I'm going to enclose that in parentheses so that the database will evaluate this condition first. So what I will do, I'm going to select the country ID. This here is called country ID. So I'm going to look for a random country ID to select. I will look for one shortly. All right, so I'm going to select this one called Basel. So the country ID, which is this for Basel, is 91. So I'm going to type here country underscore ID. I'm going to set that to equals to 91. Country ID is 91. And I'm going to specify a city name. Let me scroll down to the bottom and see. I'm going to use this city here called Zaria, and city equals to Zaria. When you are specifying a text value, you must enclose it in quotes, as you can see here. By putting this condition, the AND condition, in parentheses, what that means is that the database will evaluate this condition first. Notice that any condition in the AND operator must be true on either side. So it will evaluate this first before it jumps to the OR operator. Now I can add the OR operator. So I can say OR, where the city name. All right, I've got country ID 91 and the city equals Zaria. So this time I'm going to use a different column. I'm going to use the city ID, which is this column here. So I'm going to use where the city underscore ID is equals to, I'm just going to pick a rank. I'm going to pick this one, York, where the city ID is 589, which is York. With numeric or integers, you don't need to enclose them in quotes. So that is basically the query sorted. So I've got the select statement here. It will select from all the columns because I've used the asterisk. It will get the data from the city table, which is this table. And this is the where clause. And inside the where clause, I've got parentheses here and I've got the AND operator. So the conditions on either side of the OR operator must be true for any data to be returned. And I've got the OR operator here and I'm giving it a condition where the city ID is 589, which is York here. So if I execute this, I expect to get some records returned, at least 2 rows of records. So let me run that and we can see, ooh, I've only got 1 row returned, which is this ID here. For some reason, it has not, it looks like the condition inside the where, inside this AND is wrong. Hence, it's only returned the condition for the OR operator. So let me check what's gone wrong. All right, so I figured out what went wrong here. The country ID was wrong. So for any condition you specify in the AND operator, the condition must be both correct. If not, it doesn't return any data within the AND operator. So I had this value wrong, hence no data, no records were returned. Now that I've run the query again, it gives me 2 records. So is this first record here, York, is for the OR condition here. And the second record here is matching this condition where the country ID is 69, okay, for this Zaria here, and the city equals Zaria. So both conditions have been met. So when you are using combined operators, always place parentheses around the operator you want to be evaluated the first. So that's how you combine both the AND and OR operator in the same query. Many thanks for watching and bye for now.